I'm Kyle Fulton with Start Button News, and today I'm standing outside the Max M. Fisher Music Center, where it is unbearably hot. But it's worth it, because tonight is the night that Play, a video game symphony, finally comes to Detroit. Come inside with us for an exclusive backstage interview with Jason Paul, the producer, as well as some more exclusive backstage content. I'm Kyle Fulton with Start Button News, and I'm here backstage at Play, a video game symphony with producer Jason Paul, who's been nice enough to give me an all-access press pass to show you the behind the scenes. Now you can hear right now, if you listen, the orchestra in the background rehearsing. Due to contractual obligations, we are not able to show you the orchestra themselves, but you can hear how good they are, so I highly recommend you come down here to see the show.
Let me take you guys over here. Come check it out. This is where it all really happens in terms of the video. We have our engineers here shooting. Basically, this is where it all happens. The video. We have our video for the show itself, and then of course we have the iMag with the orchestra. We have lighting over there, and this is really where this is the brain trust. This is what the fans get the chance to see, and we really encourage everyone to come out and check out the show. We have quite a production here, so we're very excited.
What inspired you to create this?
Well, it started out on May 10, 2004, what was originally conceived as a one-time only event with Dear Friends Music from Final Fantasy. Basically spawned off into being a U.S. tour of Dear Friends Music from Final Fantasy. The show Dear Friends, as you may or may not know, sold out in less than 3 days, and tickets were going on eBay for as much as $1,200. So after that show, I really felt as if this was the start of something big. It was the first ever video game music concert in the U.S., so I really couldn't run away from that success. So I lobbied with Square Enix to get the rights to do more concerts, and now here we are with Play, a more evolved show and a much more broader show, and I think this show really appeals to all gamers, not just Final Fantasy fans.
Absolutely. What do you hope to achieve by doing this?
Well, I want to expand upon the fan base. Obviously, video game music fans like yourself and myself, we understand and appreciate something like this. The goal is to hopefully be able to spread what it is that we're doing and hopefully add credibility to the music that we so much love.
Where do you see this going in the near future?
Hopefully I see it going to every part of the world, not just domestic in the U.S., but Stockholm, for instance. We just had our world premiere, our European premiere in Stockholm, Sweden. Was widely received, and hopefully the goal is to be able to spread our message that video game music is something that can be accepted by the mainstream, not just us video gamers.
What was the hardest part of getting this show set up?
The hardest part was just having patience. I'm still having patience. I really want this thing to take off. I really want the mainstream to accept this as an art form, not just a niche art form, and that's where I'm hoping that it'll be, it'll hopefully expand upon different people to appreciate this. So,
what video games have you worked on?
What video games have I worked on personally? In terms of the actual creation of the games, I haven't worked on very many, but what I have done from a marketing perspective, I did the premiere party for Kingdom Hearts when it first was launched here in the U.S. I produced that and did that party for Square Enix in L.A. with Tetsuya Nomura and Hashimoto-san, the producer of that game. I've also done the first ever press event for Square Enix in the U.S. On May 10th, 2004, before the Dear Friends concert. I've also done various launches for games such as for Midway, Mortal Kombat, things like that. Basically, I'm more on the marketing side of things, so I actually take what's already been created and hope to create a positive brand message and hopefully send that message off to consumers and people who are media and press. That's my background. So,
if you had to choose a favorite, what would it be?
My favorite game, I'm a big fan of the retro games. Super Mario as being one of them. I grew up on that. Castlevania. My experience as a kid was playing, the older NES games, so that's really what I gravitate towards. However, of course, Kingdom Hearts 1, I'm a big fan of that, just the concept itself, the storyline, Sora, and just being able to be intimately involved in that game and seeing that game start out as kind of wishful thinking and see it manifest, I take personal pride in that. In fact, tonight we have Yoko Shimomura, the composer of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, actually in attendance. She'll be here as well. So I personally take a lot of pride in that, so yeah.
That's fantastic. Any advice for those wanting to work in the video game industry?
The only advice I can give you is just to have dreams and to really work hard. This is not an industry that's easy to get into. Obviously, there's a huge demand for video games, but my advice is just to have a vision and to stick with that vision and to manifest your own reality. Don't rely on other people to create reality. Rely on yourself. And just to continue to have a vision. That's really what every artist and every visionary has ever done, is they've always had visions, and to dream about it, to think about it, to sleep about it, sleep and think about it. That's really the advice that I would give to people aspiring to be in this industry. It's a dream come true.
New music has been added to the Detroit show. Can you
Sure.
tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Stella Deos, the composer of Final Fantasy XII, is here. Sakamoto-san, all the way from Japan, just arrived last night. We have Shadow of the Colossus, which is a first-party title for PlayStation 2, and I'm extremely proud of that. We also have a surprise that I can't mention because it is going to be the encore tonight. But this whole project has been basically based upon surprises, and every show that we intend to deliver is going to be full of surprises. For instance, Toronto, which is not that far away. If you can't get to this show, definitely come out to Toronto, because not only do I have Nobuo Uematsu coming, but just today I just confirmed Mitsuyoshi, the composer of Shenmue, is going to be coming to Toronto as well. Sorry. And we're really excited, and we have a couple other announcements that we haven't made disclosed just yet for Toronto. So people who can't make it to Detroit, it's not too far away to come to Toronto. And we also have dates in Philadelphia, and we also have a date at Vienna, Virginia with the National Symphony Orchestra at the Wolf Trap, which is a very distinguished venue and distinguished orchestra for that matter.
What brings you here tonight?
Well, I like the classical music and the video games, and one of my favorite games, Morrowind, is one of the games that they're playing for some of the music. I love that game.
Actually, I was here a few months ago, maybe a year ago, to see the Dear Friends Final Fantasy Symphony, and that was absolutely amazing. My boyfriend's really into the video games. I'm more into the old Sega and the first-person shooters. Not a whole lot what's going on tonight, but I love the music from Final Fantasy. It was just absolutely amazing. Really turned me on to the game, and a whole bunch of different new games, musical experiences.
The music of video games.
Yeah, I've always been interested in video games, and it's really cool just to see them actually bring it back to life in a more classical manner.
Love music, and I love video games, and I love orchestra, so it brings it all together.
I'm here with Keith Milnarski, who is one of the biggest fans of video game music I have ever met personally. And he has a bit of a story to tell us about how he came to be here today.
Yeah, it's a great story. Started out with More Friends Final Fantasy concert on May 10th, 2004 in L.A. at the amazing Walt Disney Concert Hall. And I was very fortunate to be able to attend 2 additional Dear Friends Final Fantasy concerts in my hometown of Atlanta. Also, the More Friends concert in L.A. on May 16th of 2005. I was really happy to be able to attend the premiere of Play a Video Game Symphony on May 27th, 2006 in Chicago. It means a lot that Jason Michael Paul Productions is bringing the game music to the fans, and also had the opportunity to meet all my favorite composers. I even got a picture with my all-time favorite, Yuzo Koshiro. And I guess this is my second Play concert, and actually the third on the Worldwide Play tour. And I guess what brought me to this concert is the premiere of Shadow of the Colossus music by a live orchestra. I was really excited about that, and it was great to meet you guys, and I'm just really excited to be here.
Well, I've got my ticket. The show starts at 8. Well, I just saw the show. I gotta say, it was absolutely fantastic. Worth anything you have to do to see this, really. It's amazing seeing some of these songs that have never really been orchestrated before because of the fact that they were on 8-bit systems. To see them in full orchestra like Mario and the Sonic the Hedgehog theme, it's mind-boggling at first. And then just when you think you're used to that, all of a sudden they hit you with a song from modern games, and it's absolutely astounding. It was amazing. If you're a fan of video games or a fan of music, this is something to see for sure. My only problem with the show, in the slightest, is the fact that they had to cancel a couple of songs in order to make room for the fact that they were doing Shadow of the Colossus and a couple of other songs that they don't typically do. But it was almost a fair trade-off for Shadow of the Colossus because that was an incredible piece of music and it was performed amazingly well. This is definitely a show worth seeing.
I'm here immediately after play a Video Game Symphony with these two. Want to tell us what you thought of the show?
It was pretty good. We came for Metal Gear and, Zelda, Mario, Halo, Final Fantasy, and we weren't disappointed. It was a great show, and, got a lot of good looks and bad looks from people.
Worth seeing.
Definitely worth seeing.
What made you guys decide to dress up for the show?
We make movies a lot, so we have all kinds of costumes, and
this isn't the first time we've dressed up for something like this. Like, we dressed up for Episode 3 opening night at the theater, and, Harry Potter opening night at the theater, and...
can't let your childhood die, man.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun to dress up for stuff like this, And Snake's not that hard of a costume, just some camo, gloves,
You guys look great. I agree, it was a fantastic show. We're here again after the show now with Keith to see what he thought.
Once again, an incredible show. I actually think the sound was a lot better this time because of the building design. I noticed a lot more echoing and ambience, and the inclusion of the Shadow of the Colossus music was amazing, and I really loved the Stella Dias. I got to buy that soundtrack now.
We are here now at the meet and greet after the show, where composers Michael Salvatore of Halo, Yoko Shimomura of Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2, and Hitoshi Sakimoto of Vagrant Story, Stella Deus, and Final Fantasy XII are all here signing autographs.
Oh, no kidding. I listen to their songs every Christmas. I remember my aunt talking about that.
Thanks so much. How you doing?
I'll get it to you.
You've been to Deer Friends to come? I don't know anything. They haven't told me anything.
I can't. I keep it top secret.
Hi, how you doing?
Excellent.
I'm Mike.
Mike, my name's Mike.
Hi, Mike.
It's great to meet you. I love your work. Nice to meet you. Fantastic composition.
Some of it's mine, some of it's Marty's. Marty's in London, so I'll take the credit.
Conducting fabulous orchestras. That's my favorite part. I don't even care what I'm conducting. It's just fantastic. I worked with the Detroit Symphony, Royal Stockholm Philharmonic a few weeks ago. National Symphony coming up with Wolf Trap. I mean, these are all like fantastic. So, making music with those musicians are great. So, very fulfilling. Come on, Mike. Let's go.
I'm here with Mike Salvatore, the composer from Halo. I was wondering if you could tell us what it was like.
It's been very enjoyable. Marty O'Donnell and I myself write the music for the games, and we've had a lot of fun working on them over the years, and looking forward to working on Halo 3. It's fun writing music for sort of a world that doesn't exist. You know, I really enjoy doing that.
It turns out very excellent. It really does. Just as a last little question, anything you can tell us about Halo 3?
No, because I don't even know anything about Halo 3. They don't even tell me what's going on until I get out there, and then I have to, they tell me what's going on, but then they'll have to kill me if I let anyone know. So sorry, I want to live.
Well, thanks anyways.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you for coming, and this is probably one of the better shows that I've had in terms of being able to relax. I think everyone's starting to come together. I just wish that we didn't have to cut those two pieces, unfortunately, but it'll be better.
Who relaxed?
I don't relax. I have a facade of trying to be relaxed. I actually got a chance to sit with Michael for about 2 seconds, and I was shaking a little bit, but I got to run off. So, but it was all good. So I just want to say it's scary. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Well, Play, a video game symphony, has come to Detroit and left. And that leaves me with one thing to say. I think I'm going to Toronto.